자, 이제 다 가져왔죠? 저 밑에 쪽 남은 거는 아직 탐사가 덜 끝나가지고. 열어. 어디 보자. 저기 이제 보고하러 가는 거고. 그거 말고 내 실험실. 그래, 납품하자. 터미널 올라품 가능하죠? 응? 음흠. 드레드윙이 없구나. 셀스네프도 껍질 볼트가 모자라네. 스코처? 이게 왜 모자라? 나 얼마나 많이 썼길래? 음. 응? 파이어 클로드 주머니 벨트 안 돼. 아, 짜증. 일단 뭐 진행하고 이따가 체크해야 되겠네. 의상 강화. 이것도 지금 그럼 안 되지. 이거 하나 모자라서. 분쇄 건틀리. 이것도 풀강이 안 돼. 128. 지금 이거는. 이럴 거면 그냥 이거 강화하는 게 낫겠다. 강화해놔라. 뭐 들어가냐? 스토커? 베이머스? 그래, 이 정도는 써도 된다. 어차피 또 잡으면 되니까. 민첩성 데미지가 슬라이드. 아, 슬라이드 할 때. 그래, 뭐 그것도 괜찮지. 볼트 발사기. 이게 그거였나? 그 다다다다다다다다 하고 쏘는 거? 별로야. 트리캐스터는 뭐 어차피 안 쓰니까 패스. 와, 진짜 별로. 난 근접화란 진짜 별로인 것 같아. 아무튼 이렇게 하고. 아이템 창고 어딨냐?
You're back. Make sure you
아,
take
얘도 퀘스트 더 해야 되네.
And I haven't for I'll let you know when I make it.
Thank you.
알았어. 그건 나중에 하고. 그 인벤토리 어딨냐고? 내 창고. 아, 이거 방마다 이걸 세팅을 해놔가지고 짜증나 죽겠네 진짜. 아, 내 창고 어디다 숨겼어? 계열받네. 여기 있다. 아, 그러니까 이거를 굳이 이렇게 떨궈 놓을 필요가 없어요. 이런 건 바로 붙여줘야지. 내 방이 무슨 소용이야? 내가 꾸미지도 못하는데. 나무 좀 사야 되겠다. 일단 됐고, 납품. 문 열어. 오, 여기도 나무가 별로 없네. 한번 사놔야 되겠네.
Hello, Aloy.
됐다.
Hey Gaia. So me and Beta. Guess you heard what happened.
Yes. I am continuously impressed by the complexity of human relationships. Despite the unpleasant circumstances that led to your quarrel, I am pleased to see you have both found an agreeable resolution.
Well, two heads are better than one, right?
Yes, I believe so. Are you ready to depart for Cauldron Gemini?
Gemini?
Or we can continue our conversation, if you like.
됐어? 가자.
Okay, people. It's time to head out.
I'll get everyone together.
아 근데 설마 안돼. 야 이러면 또 화살 또 모자라잖아. 아이씨. 이게 뭐 하는 거야? 아 이러지 마. 아 이러지 마. 쟤들 하나도 쓸모가 없는데. 아 어거지로 동료의 힘. 아 에반데. 야 뒤에 뭐야 저 기계만 달린 거 뭐야? 갈게. 이건 왜 만든 거지 영상? 아 여기 두 개였지 참. 맞아.
All right, connections in place.
합시다.
Moving up.
Beta, Aloy. I am fully installed on this core and ready to connect to the cauldron.
빨리 반대편 켜.
It's good to hear your voice. Errand, everyone. Fire your pulses and sound off.
I'm at my cauldron. This thingy, it's blinking. Did I do it right? In position at my cauldron. My pulse generator is blinking also.
That means they're working. I'm in position and mine is too. Mine as well.
Okay, radio silence until I give the all clear. Signing off. Gaia, let's cage the beast.
Connecting to the cauldron network now.
Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance. Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance.
Clearance confirmed. Initiating containment sequence.
Critical threat detected. Imperative escape containment. Applying counter.
Lock it down!
Terminating external connections.
It's working. It's got nowhere to go.
Capture imminent. Initiate contingency 13F.
Wait, what's that?
Malware detected. Attempting to compensate.
Containment.
It's cracked.
Look!
Activated. Engage. Autonomous defenses. Directive. Neutralize.
That means machines are on their way. Get ready.
Here they come!
아 탄환 없는데 또 아씨 진짜. 이래저래 귀찮게 만드는구만. 어디 보자. 얘는 녹다운 강도를 올리고 당기는 속도. 와 안돼. 아 그래 올려. 이거 상관없어. 이 활에다가 얘는 부식에 추가될 이걸로 받고.
Floral, stay here. Protect Beta.
Got it!
누구
Be
오냐?
careful.
와우 잠깐만. 아까 이거 사기치는 위치 어디 있었냐? 왜 안 보이지? 이거 베이모스에 저거 하면 되잖아. 아니 이거 하고 안 되던가? 안 되네. 아 어쩔 수 없어. 아 잠깐만 파워샷이네. 아 안돼. 그래 이거라도 많으니까 뭐 다행이다.
Really angry.
뒤로 빠져 빠져 빠져. 만들어 놓고 이걸로 패. 알았어 기다려. 여기부터 정리를 해야지 그걸 할 거 아니야 인마. 이걸로 해야 되나? 화색을 3개 하고 키고. 아니 이걸로 키라고. 아 이거 아니 이게 길이구나. 아니야. 야야야야야 야 돌았어요? 아니 어떻게 그걸 관통해서 던져요. 이런 양심 없는. 참. 데이모스 어디 갔냐? 아 저기 있다. 와 사냥 없어? 왜? 알았어 조용히 좀 해 이 새끼야. 여기도 바빠. 시끄러 임마. 시끄러. 시끄러. 나도 바빠.
It's really angry.
아니 불렀는데요? 와, 뭐 몇 발이나 쐈다고 벌써 탄약이 없대. 와, 진짜 너무 싫다. 아, 저 개 시끄럽네, 저 발을. 아! 아, 발을 때문에 집중이 안 돼, 집중이. 아, 제 마이크 꺼버리고 싶다, 발을. 발을? 아, 안 그래도 화살, 아, 씨, 사가지고 올 걸, 나무, 씨, 화살 제한 때문에 이게 뭐 하는 짓거리야. 아,
Four will stay here. Protect Beta.
Got it.
Be careful.
나무 좀 있긴 있냐? 아, 짜증.
Stay back.
아, 개 찐따가 조용히 하고 있어, 좀.
Over here, you.
시끄러워. 아,
Need a hand over here.
아, 뒤에. 씨. 아니, 너는 뭐 하는 거야? 어그로도 안 끌고, 나 혼자 다 하냐? 하긴, 씨발, 맨날 나 혼자 다 했지. 있는 분들이 뭘 했겠어. 아유, 지금. 그 전투하는데 방해되게 징징대는 말 좀 하지 마. 너네 때문에 더 집중이 안 돼. 아! 자, 케어 화살 세팅해. 쟤 기절시키고 강제 전환한다. 나이스. 지금 뭐야? 왜 안 돼? 됐다. 뭐하냐고. 또 이거 안 잡았다고 이러는 거야? 아, 좀 이거는. 아니, 내가 다음에 데뷔하려고 잡아놓은 거 아니에요 이거 지금. 자, 너무하다. 너무해. 이거 일부러 잡아야 되게 만들어 놓은 거 아니야?
Really angry.
짜증. 아니, 내가 지키려고 만들어 놓은 거를 어쩔 수 없이 패야 되잖아. 이게 뭐 하는 짓거리야? 저 아, 또 너 얼굴 치워 이씨. 진짜 도움이라고는 1도 안 돼요 애들은. 아이 배다가 어쩌고저쩌고 지랄 나발이고 내가 편해야지 사냥을 먼저 하지. 그러니까
Still in this fight.
아 진짜 돌았나봐요. 뭐하냐 너? 컷. 아 뭘 헬프야 이씨. 진짜 확. 아 개시끄럽네 저거 진짜. 목을 졸라버리고 싶네 진짜. 짠. 짠. 이때 강제전하는데 못하겠네. 이거 내가 그냥 쓰면 편한데. 너 다음에 또 나올 거잖아. 이 다음 거 무조건 있잖아. 아, 아 무슨 베타를 지켜 이씨. 내가 먼저라니까.
You two okay?
바르는 좋아할래? 좋아할 수가 없어 이 새끼. 처음부터 멍 때리고 멍청해가지고.
Festus can't escape, but it must have.
어? 짜증. 그나마 여기서 2차전을 안 하네. 여기서 2차전 했으면 내가 또 절로 갔어야 돼.
Festus can't escape, but it must have fled.
Deeper into the
저게 뭔
facility.
소리인지 모르겠어. 탈출을
I'll drive it back
못했는데
here.
도망을 갔대. 그 말인즉슨 그 터널 네트워크에서도 다른 리더기가 있었다는 거 아니야. 웃겨 아주. 아 지금 나무 사왔어야 되는데 짜증나. 아무튼 나무가 제일 짜증나. 하필 또 다 와가지고 이걸 이러고 있냐. 싫어. 아니 보관함 한번 만지게 해주세요. 보관함 한 번만 만지게 해주세요.
I'll keep some extra on hand.
보관함을 한 번만 만지게 해줘.
Okay, I gotta chase after Festus. Force it out of wherever it's hiding. Make it retreat to the core.
이건 재료지 보관함이 아니야. 그래도 나무가 좀 있긴 한데. 에? 이보세요. 이보세요. 이게 뭐예요? 그래서 또 뭐하라고? 됐어. 거기 안 내려도 돼.
I'm patched into your focus feet. You should know there's a huge power draw coming from the next chamber.
Thanks for the heads up. I'm almost there.
저거는 심한 버그인데 이건 좀 빨리 고쳐줘야 될 듯? 중간에 기계 전환을 하면 턴이 안 넘어간다는 게
It's some kind of
뭐
production
만드는
chamber.
데냐 이거? 아 맞다 여기
This is up to something, all right?
What kind of machine is it trying to build?
여기 어디가 꼼수 자리더라?
But I'm gonna shut it down. I bet those metal carriers will lead me to where it's getting materials from.
I bet that's where Festus is hiding too.
아 스파인이다 이거. 아야야야. 이거 공격 가능하니 안 해? 안 되네. 스파인. 그 화살. 아 저주받을 화살. 아니 그 앞까지 보통 간 다음에 시작을 시키더니 이제는 아예 이벤트를 이렇게 잡아놨다고.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
자동화 방어전.
Aloy, I've managed to rewire most of the components in the core, but the energy processor's cracked. Without a way to fabricate another, there's no way I can fix it.
Okay, let me think. What if you bypass the process?
What if?
Connect it to...
Power node. I think that could work.
I think it could.
아니 방법도 내가 찾아.
Those metal carriers.
그래도 80개 나무 그래도 많이 줬네. 이 정도면 할만하지. 아니 똑바로 그래. 뒤에 매달려 있으란 말이야. 뭐냐 저거 롱레그냐? 롱레그네. 롱레그다.
There should be a node you can override near the central platform.
Thanks. I should deal with these machines first.
아니 낙하 공격 진짜 아우 내리라고 좀. 짜증. 너무 싫어. 또 왔네. 그래 화살 많이 안 가져온 내가 잘못이지. 그렇겠지 씨발. 짜증나. 또 뭐 내려왔어. 뭐하냐고 도대체. 뭐하냐? 이게 두 마리였냐? 얘 성가셔. 얘도 어지간히 성가시단 말이야. 근데 이거 화살 얘한테 이렇게 낭비하면 안 되는데. 나 몇 개 없어 이거. 컷. 뭐야? 야, 얘 잡기도 있어? 처음 봤어. 잡기 진짜 대박이야. 저런데 근접이 노말 말고, 그러니까 난이도 낮은데 아니면은 힘들지. 저거 다 회피하면서 하려면. 물론 이제 한 마리 나올 때는 괜찮아. 한 마리 나올 때 할 수 있지. 근데 몹이 한 마리만 나온다? 하하. 아까 롱레그 시체 어디 갔냐? 아, 저것도 먹으러 가야 되는데. 뭐하냐, 너. 설마 로봇 만들고 있는 거 아니지? 여기서 바로. 아니, 뭐하니? 아우, 귀찮아. 어우, 귀찮아. 근데 맵 구조가 좀 어디서 많이 보는 느낌이다. 이 필드 자체는.
Override unit security parameters.
지랄. 또 뭐 어디서 나는? 또 나왔어?
Great. Machines on the run. Beta! Hephaestus has locked me out of the node. Any ideas?
I'll see what I can do.
이 새끼 원반 발사기리. 와, 뭐 맞았냐? 지랄, 지랄. 테어스로 같아요. 그렇지. 아니, 치명적이 왜 그게 없지? 왜 그게 안 되지?
Now it's an angry flame industry.
와, 역같다. 똑같다 이거예요. 지랄하지 마세요 좀. 아까 그만하세요. 와. 아까 그만하세요. 아니, 아, 이거 아이템 아니었어? 나 무기인 줄 알고 들었잖아. 하여간 틈틈이 짜증나는 몹이야 이거.
I got them all.
I tapped into the core's network hub. I managed to disrupt Hephaestus' control of the node. You should be able to override it now.
Nice. Thanks.
아, 이거 말고 나무가 필요한데. 나무
Yes, it's coming with me.
들고 다니긴 뭘 들고 다녀 씨. 나무 내가 잘 쓰는 화살이면 차라리 나은데 이거 화살을 많이 못 가지고 다녀가지고. 짜증 짜증 짜증. 어디로 가라고 또 시키려고?
It sounds like it fled to another chamber.
Well, I better not get comfortable.
진짜 헤파이스토스는 아예 삭제해버려라. 어? 이제 개떡 같은 거 그냥. 응? 어딨냐고, 어디로 가냐고.
Energy containment failed. Saves overridden.
Great. Festus covered the floor with lightning. I gotta find a way over it.
Aloy, more machines keep coming. Please
아,
tell me
나
you're
진짜
getting
목소리만
close.
들어도 짜증나.
I'm working on
어떡하지?
it. I've been smashing through a lot of machines on my
아,
side
나이스.
too.
나무 얇게.
I guess Aaron's missing out.
Anyway, I'm making progress on the bypass, but I need something to hold the
아,
tightest
나무,
possible
나무.
together.
나무 많은
Maybe a
거 좋아.
ligament from one of the machine carcasses?
Right. Or some luminous braiding.
나무가
You
최고야.
could reinforce it with a conversion cylinder.
For increased connectivity. I think we can do this, Aloy.
이게 잘 될 것 같아, 에일로이. 근데 답변은 다 에일로이가 해준
These
건데.
machines are in a hurry.
어디에 서둘러? 근데 쟤들은 전기에서 다녀도 돼? 저렇게? 나만 안 되는 거야? 너무한
Machines
거
are
아니야?
making a beeline for another chamber. I better follow them.
알았어. 못 가잖아.
I gotta find a way past the shield.
여기 또 뭐 다른 갈 데 있어? 없잖아. 못 가잖아. 못 가는데? 아, 설마 저 위에 틈으로 해서 올라가라는 거 아니지?
Be able to catch a ride on the rail. Go over the
야! 아, 그것도 못 잡아. 아우, 혈압 진짜. 정한초. 근데 헤파이스토스는 하데스가 빨간색을 써서 얘가 보라색인가? 얘도 약간 빨간색 느낌인데 원래. 나와. 뭐 끈끈이 이런 건 잘 안 쏴도 상관없어.
Alright.
There should be another node to override.
Got it.
그 다음 스나우. 강제 전환하자. 오케이. 컷. 그치. 좋아. 뭐야 여기? 무한이니까 상관없어요. 깜풍. 그냥 뒤네? 전환 무한이야. 자동화 방어 체계 정비실. 누구 있어? 누구 먹어? 온다. 야,
Oh,
왔다,
here we
왔다.
go again.
Doesn't sound good. I'll try to get your access back.
키고. 좋았다. 잘한다. 네가 마무리해. 마무리 못해? 적당히 마무리해. 또 뭐야? 어디?
Execute contingency.
잠깐만. 여기서는 어차피 의미 없지. 개미할 게 되게 약한데. 개미할 게 이대로 괜찮은가? 뭐 최상이라서 졌다고 생각할까? 얘 개미할 게 별로인 것 같아. 벡터가 짱이야. 아 설마 개미할 게도 또 죽여야 된다 이거냐? 아 진짜 너무하네. 에휴, 얘 너도 죽어야 된대.
There. Node access restored. Now you can operate it.
Good work.
You did the heavy lifting.
건설구역 1호로 대피. 그만해 미친놈아.
Okay. Festus is running out of places to hide.
어디로 가라고?
Aloy? I just registered a huge energy surge
만들어졌나
back in
보네.
the production chamber. Something big is happening.
Here too. Everything's glowing.
Machine that Festus was building. It must have finished it.
It's powerful. Whatever it is. I'm almost done with the core repairs. Should we come to you? Maybe I could distract the machine if...
No, wait. Just stay where you are, okay? And the machine.
Be safe.
여기까지다? 여기 날먹할 자리 없냐? 딱히 없어 보이긴 한다. 맞다. 그거네.
I should scan it first.
그러면 테어로 먼저.
Those things on its legs are glowing. I think it's charging up.
저거 안 떨어지는 파츠야?
Finish charging.
아 지금부터야? 아씨 이러면 손해지.
Got flash on me. It's gonna explode any second. Any one of
와우.
my potions can help. I'm not giving up.
프로토 스파인 꼬리였나? 돼지발파기 떼어내기. 일단 꼬리부터 조져야 돼. 얘도 기본이 꼬리야. 떼어 말고 차라리 이걸로 하자. 아
Acid's corroding its armor. Charging up again.
그걸 방해할 수 있나? 꼬리 개 단단한데? 자.
Maybe. Got its tail. Drop the heavy weapon.
꼬리. 와 뭐야 이거. 뭔 레이저 빔이야. 적당히 해 임마. 아니 미쳤나봐요. 왜 이렇게 안 맞아요? 아 난리 났네. 꼬리 대박. 꼬리. 아 꼬리 진짜 안 주네. 일단 걸고 여기였냐? 난 못 쏘냐 이거? 다 쓴 거야? 아 진짜 저 꼬리 저럴 때 어떻게 뭘 해야 되는 거야? 짜증나. 아이 뭐야 이게 뭐 하세요? 예? 뭐 하시냐고? 아니 뭐 움직이지도 못하냐? 와 또 지랄 났다. 아니 아우 저 꼬리 움직이는 거 진짜 조져버리고 싶네. 야 그게 안 맞냐? 말도 안 돼. 그래 꼬리 좀 그만 흔들어. 꼬리 그만 흔들어. 꼬리 그만 흔들어. 이제 하나 남았지. 그만 흔들어라 했어. 뭐냐? 똥 싸는 소리. 뱅뱅. 지랄한다 진짜. 저기요? 뭐 하세요? 꼬리 좀 가만히 좀 냅둬. 어? 꼬리를 가만히를 못 냅두네 이거. 아 진짜. 아주 씨발 죽을 때까지 꼬리만 패게 생겼어 이거. 잡기 편하려고 꼬리를 치는 거지 누가 이걸. 아 짜증나. 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 또 어디? 아 너무 싫어. 너무 싫어. 너 너무 싫어. 너 너무 싫어. 얘 똑같은 거
It's
진짜.
done.
You did it! There should be one more note to override.
아,
Good. Stand by. I'm sending Hephaestus
자,
back to you.
짜증 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 짜증. 얘가 어디를 부숴야. 얘는 전용 소재 없지? 다행이다. 전용 소재 없어서. 아휴. 하여간 지랄 맞은 애였다. 아니 이게 원래 은폐 엄폐 할 때가 있으면 대형을 편하게 잡아. 편하게 잡는데 여기는 이제 일부러 이벤트로 그 이제 무기 같은 거 파트 하나 빼고 뭐 이렇게 전면전으로 붙여준단 말이야. 와 뭐가 졸라 많이 들었는데? 와 근데 하나같이 다 쓰레기야. 쓸모있는 게 하나도 없었어. 자 이제 귀찮게 한 값을 치러볼까요?
No more hiding, Hephaestus.
시설의 코어로 대피죠. 뭐야 결국엔 똑같은 데로 오잖아.
Hephaestus is back in the core!
Make sure it stays there. I'm heading back.
웃긴
Then we
놈을
can
씨.
start the merge.
Because of you, Beta. I'm glad you came along.
뭐 아직 끝난 것도 아닌데 왜 그딴 소리를.
Laurel. We couldn't have done any of this without you.
야 아직 안
Right
끝났어.
back at you, Aloy.
중간에 그딴 소리 하면 또 져요. 어이? 지금 100% 또 하나 누구 죽을 삘이구만.
Aloy, the core is stable. Hephaestus is 100% contained. Now we better get started with the merge. It's all set up. Gaia, establish the link, please.
자 이제 나머지도 불러 빨리.
Done.
짠.
Okay, to complete the merge, we need to excise Hephaestus's malicious code. Carefully.
너도 해. 야, 그걸 보면서 하는 게 아니고 어떻게 완료되는지를 보고 해야지. 아이 지랄. 와, 이건 좀 그렇다.
Aloy, look.
맞지? 그럴 줄 알았다. 스펙터 왔어. 아,
Well, hello, redundant copy. You cost us quite a lot of time.
빵.
Eric, get Beta. And squash that bad lawyer.
나이스. 굿샷.
Ooh! Get behind me.
오,
Come
예.
on! Quit screwing around. Yeah, we're having fun, right?
죽여? 오우 예스. 그래, 어째 말이 많다더니. 버렸어.
Finally. Tilda, get Gaia and Hephaestus ready for transport. Tilda!
I failed.
Hush. All is not lost.
Tilda! What the hell are you doing? Stop her! I can't even see her!
뭔데? 아니, 그리고 그 아저씨는 어디서 뭐하고 있는 거야? 걔 사일런스. 어? 또 뭐, 아우 씨, 이기지는 못하고 맨날 어디 실려와가지고. 또 어디야? 아, 너무 못생겼어. 빨리 그 머리 봉하고 써.
Where am I?
Ah, you're awake. You took quite a hit when Gerard attacked you. I imagine you must still be in a great deal of pain. I can assure you that we are safe. The others can't detect us here.
You mean the other Zeniths? You must be Tilda.
I wasn't sure if Beta would have told you about me.
Where is she?
Alive. And while she isn't where she wants to be, not in urgent danger. We must discuss how to get her back, of course, after you've shaken off the cobwebs. When you're ready, take the stairs down the hall and come see me. In the meantime, I'll make breakfast.
Breakfast. Okay.
야, 지금 사람이 죽었는데 아침 식사에 지금 기뻐한다고? 미친. 정신 상태가 이상한데? 돌았어요?
Why did Tilda bring me here?
16포인트 기계주 광폭. 소방력 분쇄. 점착 폭탄. 3개가 남았네. 나머진 기술 찍을 거 없냐? 아, 여기 있다. 분쇄 기술. 거의 다 찍었네, 이제. 쓸 거 빼고는.
What's all this for? Some kind of survival bunker? What is this?
Just a few favorites from my collection.
제라드
Rescued
드드레.
and stored here just before I went off-world. Take a look, if you like. I'm curious to hear your impressions.
악보를
Friend is
읽는
dead. Beta and Gaia are gone, and you want me to look at old paintings?
Don't be so quick to dismiss the comfort we can find in art, or the insight we might gain. My favorite pairing on the left is woman reading a letter by Vermeer, a true master. And on the right is a forgery, woman reading music, which fooled experts into believing it was a priceless original. Early in my career, I became fascinated with such deceptions. Eventually, I developed scanning software that could detect fakes with unparalleled accuracy.
Is that how you made enough money to buy your way onto the Odyssey?
Oh no. I made my real fortune later. Selene and Endymion. She's the goddess of the moon, whereas he's a simple shepherd. Beside her is the god of love, Cupid.
So she's sneaking up on him?
More like visiting him in secret. The torch that Cupid bears represents Selene's undying infatuation with him. Though the two must remain apart, her love will forever burn.
이것도 수치 이렇게 나오는 거 보니까 이것도 쓸 게 있구만. 1935, 1940 체크해놔. 1630, 1680.
This is Rembrandt painting Jeremiah, a man in mourning.
다 1660이네.
The ancient city of Jerusalem. He foresaw its impending doom but could do nothing to prevent it. So instead he saved its treasures from destruction just as I saved these works. You could say we're kindred spirits. A portrait of the painter, Rembrandt's son Titus, depicted in the habit of a monk.
I don't get it. Why would someone like you, with infinite resources, care about this painting of a boy in a hood?
It's not the image itself, but the feeling it conveys. The face is bright and defined, but his eyes are downcast, heavy with misfortune.
근데
And
갑자기
the
이걸
background
보여주는
seems
건
to
뭐야?
swallow all light. The painting is infused with a sense of loss.
I guess I understand how the painter feels.
Rembrandt's The Night Watch, by far the most famous painting my homeland ever produced. It was commissioned to honor a militia made up of influential citizens.
I guess you must have been an influential citizen.
In my day. But not as influential as you've been in this new world. The Gust. by Willem van de Velde,
Gast.
the most
Cost.
famous of his many maritime paintings.
A ship crossing into the unknown. I guess you're familiar with that.
Indeed, which is why I appreciate this composition in particular. Though waves and wind threaten to destroy the ship, it perseveres,
모르겠어.
clinging to the light even as darkness closes in all around it. Stunning, isn't it? Paintings weren't the only masterpieces of my people's golden age. This is Van Vianen's leaded ewer, molded from a single sheet of silver.
What was it for?
How like Elizabeth you are. Function over form. Its practical purpose was less important than its meaning. Van Vianen created it in honor of his late brother, who himself was a famous silversmith.
A memorial.
Yes. Such beauty from sorrow.
A lot of weight on his shoulders. I know the feeling. She's pulling out her own hair.
Done so soon?
I've got more important things to worry about.
We both do. There is much we are trying to save.
여긴 다
Not the
동상이.
least of which is in that vault. There's nothing wrong with savoring such treasures for a moment more. Or come upstairs and we'll get down to business. Your choice.
There you are. Feeling better?
How did you find us? At the cauldron? And what did you do to everyone right before I passed out?
All business, I see. Well, suffice it to say we were keeping a very close eye on Hephaestus, knowing we would need it at some point. Your ruse didn't fool us, and as for my little trick, it was an overload of the senses, accompanied by an energy discharge. Gerard and Eric were only momentarily disoriented due to their shields, but it rendered you unconscious while I got you out. Perhaps some breakfast might steady you a bit?
아니 근데 지금 이게 아침 식사가 뭐가 중요하냐고 도대체. 예?
This was your house. The one you recreated for Beta, and the data channel you shared.
How perceptive of you. Please, this way.
After everything your people have done, you think I'm just gonna sit down and have a chat with you?
They're not my people. They never were, and especially not now.
You shot off into space with them, and lived with them for 1,000 years before coming back. So what made you suddenly turn on them?
Quite simply, this.
포커스?
My old focus. You repaired it? But that means you've seen.
Incredible things. What you've accomplished in 2 decades of life.
음?
1,000 years at my back and I haven't even come close. I'm sorry if I
아저씨?
invaded your privacy, but I had to. In order to understand. To be enlightened. You truly are Elizabeth's blood. With her drive, her sense of mission, her integrity. Watching all this shamed me for the company that I've kept. Having seen it, all I want is to help you.
Even Even if it means stopping your friends?
Especially so. Please, sit down. There. That's better. Now, we must recover Beta and Gaia at all costs. By now, you must know that Gerard intends to use Gaia to reboot the Earth's biosphere. Remaking this world to specifications that would only suit us immortals. This process will kill every living thing on the planet. He calls it a clean install.
Not if I stop him first.
Not if we do. And once he and the others are gone, we can work together to fulfill Elizabeth's dream.
Huh.
I'm sure Beta told you that there's a build of the Apollo database on board our ship. A complete collection of human knowledge. With that and Gaia, we could do everything Elizabeth wanted. Heal the biosphere, educate the people of this world, uplift them. Create the world she imagined.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. From what I've seen, your friends are invincible.
I do wish you would stop calling them my friends. And they're not invincible. In fact, a friend of yours has found a way to defeat them.
Silence.
He's been a busy bee, building an army powerful enough to crash through Gerard's precious base.
Regala and her rebels.
Even now, she's preparing a final march on the Tanakh, the capital. When she wins, she'll have the entire tribe under her control. Hundreds of warriors and machines to throw at the base. She's been duped. They'll all perish, of course. But it should be enough to break Gerard's defenses and allow Silence to kill him.
이용한다고?
The others.
Using the new weapon he's developed.
Yes, he's found a way to circumvent our shields. Truly an exceptional man. He's planned for everything. Except you and me. You see, while his army is battering down Gerard's doors, you and I will sneak in through a back way, one that only I know about, while Silence and my friends are busy battling each other. We'll take back Beta and Gaia. I told you I want to help you. I mean it.
애매한데.
You
베타는
said
어떻게
Beta's
됐어?
not in urgent danger, so what are the Zeniths doing to her?
Putting her to work. Merging Hephaestus with Gaia. A difficult, time-consuming task, as I'm sure you know. They will compel her if need be. But her life is not in danger. She's the only one who can do it.
Because you people made her to be nothing but a tool.
Gerard's idea, not mine. They always viewed me with suspicion when I attempted any form of kindness towards her. That's why I created the data channel. A virtual place where we could speak in peace.
데이터
So
채널.
this channel you shared with Beta, none of the other Zeniths ever found out about it.
Gerard believes he's the most cunning of all of us. Even after 1,000 years, he still can't imagine that I would outwit him. The channel allowed me to interact with Beta away from their mistrustful eyes. It offered us a chance to be ourselves.
Until you cut off all contact.
Yes, though it pained me. I was worried that our meetings would do her more harm than good.
She felt like you tossed her aside.
I was afraid the others would find out and punish her. She may not have had the comforts of friendship anymore, but at least I ensured she was safe. I know it seems harsh, but you must believe that her well-being has always been paramount to me.
여기는?
Why did you make the data channel look like this place?
I built this house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place. Not just for me, but for the art stored below. cultural artifacts of incalculable value. Truly some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing was so cold and technical. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rembrandt, it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific and technical data being drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this house with her. She needed its shelter even more than I did.
근데 이 아줌마
My
살짝
old
애매한다.
focus. How did you find it, let alone repair it?
When we encountered you at the Hades Proving Lab, Gerard saw you as a redundancy. I knew better. You were a revelation. After your dramatic escape, bravo, by the way. Gerard and Eric assumed you were dead and gave up the hunt. I wasn't so sure. When the others were busy, I returned to the lab and searched for any trace of you. That's when I found this little treasure. Not easy to repair, but certainly worth the effort. As I watched your life unfold, you were like a splash of color on a worn canvas. What Liz was, and more.
Did you show it to the others?
Of course not. It was your actions that inspired me to defy them. It's worth noting that if I hadn't found it and watched its contents, I wouldn't have known to save you at the cauldron. You'd be dead.
So I should be grateful?
If you like.
다음.
Beta told me your colony was destroyed. That you came back to Earth because you had nowhere else to go.
It's true. After we reached our destination, a planet in the Sirius star system, we spent decades building a new home. The physical constraints of Earth, the boundaries of mortality, gone. To think of what we could have done with it. It might have been a utopia.
맞지.
Instead,
거기서
we
문제가 생긴 게
stagnated,
있어.
absorbed
노력이 필요 없는 안락과
effortless
가상현실을
comforts of virtual
받았다.
realities. It took a cataclysm to finally yank us out of our
대격변이 와서야.
What happened?
왜? 뭐가 터졌는데?
massive geological event. We knew of instabilities in the planet core, but we underestimated them. By the time the collapse was upon us, it was too late to stop it. Only a few of us made it to the ship in time. We set course for Earth, the only safe harbor left to us.
Which you decided to make unsafe for anyone else.
Not me. Gerard. He believes it's better to wipe the canvas clean than work around the smudges. No more primitive tribes, no more combat machines, only a blank slate to do with as he pleases. But we will stop him. All we have to do is get into that base.
계속 같은 소리 반복이네. 제임스
What
기지는
exactly is your plan to sneak into the Zenith base?
We will make use of a lesson I learned from an early age. Always know your exits. In this case, a place where Gerard's new construction meets the ancient foundation, a passage that only I can access. When Silence flings his army at the base, we will enter through this back door, bypassing most of the fighting. The distraction will provide us with a window in which to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Once we're inside the base, where will we find Beta and Gaia?
Here in the command center. By then, Gaia will have been reunited with all of its subordinate functions, including Hephaestus.
What about the alpha build of Apollo on your ship?
A simple matter of recovery once the others have been dealt with. With that in hand, we'll have everything we need to make this world as it should be.
사일렌스는
What do you
어디서
know about
찾았어?
Silence's plan?
He isn't the only one adept.
역해킹.
His focus?
No, he's too careful for that. But his subordinates? Not so much. He gave additional focuses to the tribals he branded the Sons of Prometheus.
The ones working with Regala.
By tapping their focuses, I learned about most of his dealings. The distribution of override technology, the arming of Tanakh rebels, and the secret pact with Regala to attack Gerard's base.
But how did he come up with a weapon that can take down your shields?
That's the one thing I haven't been able to figure out, but however he did it, I'm quite certain it will work. With it and the Tanakh army, victory seems to be within his grasp. Such a shame he'll be disappointed.
테낙스는
Regala's only interested in killing Hikaru and waging war on the Karja. What does she have to gain by attacking Zeniths?
It's the price she must pay for her war. Without the ability to override machines, her little rebellion would have languished in the desert.
So she trades with the Sons of Prometheus. Machines to help her overthrow Hikaru.
In exchange for an assault on the base. Pride has deluded her into thinking she can actually survive such a battle. And all without ever knowing who the Sons of Prometheus really answer to. Yet for all of Silence's brilliance, still he underestimates you. That blind spot is what will allow us to take Beta and Gaia right out from under him.
While hundreds of Tanakh are cut down outside. So you know all about me. What about you?
What would you like to know?
Huh? Start with your life on Earth.
When I was 8, terrorists flooded my home city. Thousands drowned, my parents included. I was one of the few who survived. My guardian sent me to boarding school. Among my peers, I was the strange girl, the orphan to be avoided. All because of circumstances beyond my control.
Oh. So we're a lot alike, huh?
Aren't we? You were an outcast. But you didn't let that stop you from getting what you needed. Neither did I. I climbed my way out of desolation and used my wits to build a fortune. First from the technical analysis of art and the detection of forgeries. Profitable expertise in those days. But as it turned out, the software I developed was even more useful for counterintelligence. From there, it was only a short step to gathering extremely valuable intelligence on my own.
You were a spy?
More like a service one could turn to for information. I had to remain anonymous, of course, to protect my privacy. But despite that anonymity, Far Zenith inevitably saw me.
개똑똑. 엘리자베스는? 아,
So
엘리자베트.
you knew
소백.
Elizabeth. What was she like?
Liz was everything she was. I see in you. And your ingenuity, your determination, your moral compass. You've managed to distill her greatest qualities and make them your own.
I'm not asking about me. Tell me about Elizabeth. What was she really like?
The honest answer is that I don't actually know. For all the time that I spent with her, she always kept a part of herself locked away. It was like that from the moment we met.
어떻게 만났는데?
So when you met Elizabeth, she was what? Distant? Aloof?
Not aloof. Not exactly. It was a summit in Paris about machine learning, a touchy subject in those days, because regulatory authorities were just starting to clamp down on AIs. Liz gave the keynote address. She had already achieved great renown for her work in automated environmental reclamation. But in her address, she was just starting to imagine the next step. An AI-driven system that wouldn't just act on its programming, but actually take responsibility for its sphere of influence.
To care about life. just follow orders.
Revolutionary stuff. I was fascinated. And I wanted to meet her for a long time. I watched her after her talk. She had spoken with such moral authority, such empathy. But after that, she retreated. I could tell she felt uncomfortable with all of her admirers. It was as if giving the talk had cost her something. I didn't want to be a pest, so I planned my approach carefully.
뭘로?
So how did you finally approach Elizabeth after her talk?
I picked the right moment. The morning of the next day, right as she came back to the conference, she had just had her coffee. She was fresh, rested. It was like she had braced herself for the onslaught of colleagues. I asked if I could walk with her, then put forth a question about her talk that I thought was intelligent. Her answer made me realize it wasn't, but she was very welcoming. Almost as if we were previously acquainted. It was only halfway through the conversation that I realized she knew exactly who I was. It was quite a shock to me. My business was trafficking in secrets, and I took great pains to protect my anonymity. So that was Liz, perpetually one step ahead. I came to view our meeting as a metaphor for our friendship. She always seemed to know me far better than I knew her.
I guess I know the feeling.
근데 1편에서 그 엘리자베트 죽은 거
What
보면 진짜
happened when
불쌍하긴
Farzine
해.
approached you?
슈트
It
입은 채로
painted
죽었단
an
말이야.
irresistible vision of humanity's future. One where we need not fear illness or
거부할
death,
수 없는
where
제안을
we
하도록
explored
하지.
the furthest reaches of
대부야?
the stars and thrived. It was only later that I realized that they only intended to bequeath this future to the rich and powerful. By the time I finally figured it out, the walls were closing in, Pharaoh's machines were devouring the earth. So I accepted Farzenith's invitation to a berth on the Odyssey. I wanted Liz to come, but she had nobler plans, as you well know.
근데 1000년을 보냈다면 저것도 정신력이 대단한 거야.
I knew some of them were, certainly. It wasn't until we were off planet that I understood the true scope of their greed. I was grateful to simply be alive, but the others became obsessed with a kind of effortless immortality. They built a colony where machines serviced their every need, where any memory or fantasy could be endlessly savored in virtual reality. It wasn't life. It was stultifying, a pampered dream state. As the decades passed, I withdrew more and more, alone yet again, but this time with eons to consider my mistakes.
그럼 얘가 지구한테 뭘 미리 한 건 없네. 그냥 와서 보고서
I feel like I have a second chance.
와서 보고 이제 준비를 하는 거네.
Help you, of course. To fulfill Liz's dream, which isn't so different from Farzenith's original vision. A better future for humanity.
엘리자베트 서백.
First Pharaoh. Now Hikaru and the Tenakth. Your plan would wipe out an entire tribe. There has to be another way.
We are in an admittedly desperate situation, but I assure you there isn't. Remember Zero Dawn. Elizabeth's sacrifice. Sometimes many have to die for a new world to grow.
그래. 다 살린다는 선택지가 있는 거는 꿈 같은 이야기긴 해. 어쨌든 모든 선택은
The
희생이
data
있어.
channel. It still exists, doesn't it? I need you to open it. Let me talk to Beta.
Impossible. We might be detected.
It's worth the risk. There is another way, one where the Tanakh survive.
But we won't. If the others.
If you want to help, open it.
그래. 어쩔 수 없지. 아 뭐야 여기서 또 걔 찾아야 돼? 아 그냥 컷신으로 끝내줘. 탐색하기 귀찮아. 여기 빼라.
What are they doing to her?
Virtual reality dissociation. The manual merge of Hephaestus will take hours upon hours of tedious micromanagement. If she resists the work, they run simulations to induce feelings of isolation and despair.
Beta, can you hear me?
You're alive. They're watching me. I can't hold up this extra projection for long. You should have killed me.
No. No, look at me. I'm coming for you. I promise. Okay? I just need you to hold out a while longer and work on the merge.
I think it can be done.
I'll contact again when it's time. Can you hold on?
뭐 시켰는데?
As long as I know you're coming for me, I can endure anything.
All right. I did as you asked. Now I think you need to tell me what you're planning.
I'm going to take Silent's army away. I don't need it. Only the weapon he made to penetrate your shields.
And how do you propose to get it? Ask him nicely?
Without Regala and her rebels, he won't have a choice. We'll be his only option.
Only option for what? What did you tell her?
빠타.
That is between me and my sister. Will be Silent's only option for crashing that base. I'll tell you the rest later. But first, there are a couple of things I have to do.
Oh. And what are those?
Lay my friend to rest. And then I'm going to use the override that Beta gave me at Gemini to put an end to Regala's rebellion. From the air.
Wait. Since you insist on doing things your way, I know of something that will truly help you make a grand entrance with the Tanakh. The ancient Horus Titans still possess electromagnetic energy cells as part of their arsenal. Drop one of those on Regala's army and they'll receive quite a surprise. So go, do what you must. I'll come to your base if you manage to bring silence to the table.
Not if. When.
참 제가 봤을 때는 신기할 거야, 그지?
Errand.
원시인이.
Aloy! Aloy, is that really you?
Yeah, it's me. Where's everyone else?
We're all... we're back at base. What happened?
It might be easier to explain in person. I'll try to join you there when I can.
Okay. We'll wait here for you. It's good to hear your voice, Aloy.
얘가 여기다가 이제 지구를 떠나기 전에 만들어놨다는 거 아니야, 그지? 어차피 사람이 없으면 공격을 안 할 거니까. 1000년을 버티도록 만든, 와, 건물 설계 오졌고요. 이게 말이 돼? 건물 설계를 1000년을 버티도록. 와, 이거는 말이 안 돼. 아니, 그 당시에는 이 기술력이 없었잖아. 지금은 이제 외계인이니까 가능할 수도 있는데.
Just to let you know, I'm now patched into your
아하하.
network.
알았어.
I take it the other Zeniths can't hear us?
당연하지.
Of course not. And they don't know about your base either, in case you were wondering. I've sent you data on the Horus energy cells you can use against Regala's forces. Reach out to me when you're ready to
기지를
acquire one.
모른다고? 왜?
Understood.
와봐요. 2033년. 그녀의 부모님 이후로도 틸다 판더미어가 회상합니다. 판데미어. 사이버 공격 당시 그녀는 8살에 불과했다. 방수 근거를 가지고 있었죠. 아빠는 엄마를 찾으러 가면서 절 그 근거 안에 넣고 닫았어요. 예? 근거 안에 넣고 닫았다고요? 그러면 응? 공기는 뭐 일단은 뭐 그렇다 치고 극우 반이민단체 솔루션 유로파의 사이버 공격이 새로운 헤일 방파제가 인식하는 작동 규칙을 뒤집어서 거대한 온대성 폭풍 앞에 도시를 완전히 개방했습니다. 아하. 1000명이 넘게 와 10만 명을 죽였다고? 미친놈들 아니야? 테러하면서 뭐 일단은 뭐 상류층이었을 가능성도 있고 뭐 방법은 여러가지 있었겠지. 뭐지? 여긴 방금 온대고. 밑에 기계꽃이 있네. 여기 뭐 있냐? 자 보자. 위에서 가는 게 있네. 팔로우백. 자, 그럼 여기까지 하고 여기서부터는 이어서 밥을 먹고 해야 되겠다. 오케이, 이따 올게요.